Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Don1, and I am back with another video. You know what you got to do: rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so it'll let you know when my next video or live stream goes down. Follow me on all the social media devices such as Twitter. I don't tweet as lot. I don't tweet as much, but when I do tweet, it's thoughtful, it's informational, and it's the best part of your life. Okay, particularly when you're waking up. All right, so basically, we're gonna talk about and this story went down the news. This has been going on for the past like 16 to 18 hours. Dwight Howard ultimately is going to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers. He's going to, he already agreed to a buyout, and he's going to pass through waivers. Nobody is interested in Dwight Howard. We're going to talk about this, what this means for Dwight Howard, what this means for the Los Angeles Lakers, and what this means as far as how far the Los Angeles Lakers are going to advance with the services of Dwight Howard, okay? But before we get into that, I first like to state this. I always get this comment on my videos, and a lot of people say this when I say, like LeBron James going to play the point. How LeBron James playing the point guard position, or James Harden playing the point guard position, and what does that mean for that particular player and for that particular team? And then a lot of people say, well, they had played that position before, okay? And when I talk about positions, you have to understand, to the basketball world out there are novices, okay? So for novice to understand the sport, that's why they create positions. Because in today's basketball, you have so many players that you place them in a position, but they can also play multiple positions, okay? So when I talk about position, I'm only talking about what that means for that particular player and for that particular team. Now, Dwight Howard, obviously the real reason why the Lakers are signing Dwight Howard, not because of his talent or what he can bring to the team, but the simple fact of that means that Anthony Davis doesn't have to play the 5, okay? They wanted Boogie Cousins to play the 5. I understand that, a lot of people are saying, well, they got, even though Boogie went down to an injury, and he's probably going to miss a season of basketball, okay? But a lot of people will say, well, they still got JaVale McGee. He can play some 5, okay? And JaVale McGee can play the 5 spot, but traditionally, when you're talking about JaVale McGee, he's more active as a athletic power forward, okay? So he's definitely going to be Anthony Davis' backup when Anthony Davis sits on the bench. That's when you'll see JaVale McGee or Dwight Howard when he sits on the bench. That will give him some rest time to where JaVale McGee will also fill that position as well in certain parts of the game. So Dwight Howard playing the 5. This is the only real reason why the Lakers are signing him. Okay, now Dwight Howard, how will this help the Lakers? Okay, it will help the Lakers to the standpoint of, they have another big man on their roster, because before Dwight Howard, they only had Anthony Davis and JaVale McGee. Okay, now, since Boogie went down, now since adding Dwight Howard, you have another big man, and now you'll be able to maneuver the roster, particularly in the big man position. Okay, now Dwight Howard, what you're going to get out of Dwight Howard, you're not going to get the Dwight Howard that was in, when he was the Orlando years, or the Laker years, or the Houston Rocket years, okay? I think Dwight Howard could be a serviceable player for the Los Angeles Lakers. They're not expecting Dwight Howard to grab 20 rebounds or get 7 block shots or score 18 points. They're not expecting that from Dwight Howard. they're expecting Dwight Howard to be a presence on the low end, on the low post, primarily on the defensive end. They also expect Dwight Howard to do a lot of putbacks. He's probably going to get the bulk of his points due to putbacks, and to be just a presence in, down low on offense and defense. So that's what you're going to get from Dwight Howard. Now, if you've been checking out Dwight Howard's timeline, Dwight Howard has been injury prone. Okay, so you're not going to see a situation where Dwight Howard is going to be from start to finish, completing games. I think they're going to put him in certain situations. I do see them, maybe starting him as the primary center next to Anthony Davis. I do see that, but I also see earlier in the season that's how they're going to play it. Dwight Howard starting their starting center, but I do feel like as the season moves on, they're going to move the rotation around, play around with the rotation depending on matchups and who they play. There's a possibility that you might see Dwight Howard come off the bench. Then you might see situations where you might have JaVale McGee and Anthony Davis starting in certain games. Okay, and you might see certain situations where Anthony Davis is the center in certain games. Okay, so with Dwight Howard, that's what you're going to get from Dwight Howard. What this means for the Los Angeles Lakers, really nothing, because at the end of the day, I still don't think they're better than the Clippers. The Clippers have a roster that can defend and compete, with the Los Angeles Lakers. Same to be said for the San Antonio Spurs. Same to be said for the Golden State Warriors. Just same to be said somewhat with the Houston Rockets, depending on depending on how it works with Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Will this work? Okay, and I think the Lakers are going to struggle up with teams that are above 500. They're going to have a hard time competing with these teams because these teams are a lot deeper, they're more athletic, and they have more shooters on the court. Plus, they have, and some of these teams, in some of these instances, they have two-way players. So the West is already stacked. I feel like when you look at on the East, when they compete with teams in the East, I don't think it's going to be as hard for them to contend and compete with teams in the East. But by signing Dwight Howard, this does not put them over the stratosphere as far as, okay, they signed Dwight Howard, they're going to win championships. Because you have to look at it. You have to look at it like this. If Dwight Howard was like the Dwight Howard of the Houston Rockets, okay, when he signed with the Houston Rockets, he would not be in a position where he's agreeing to a buyout, and he would not be in a situation where teams are literally just not going to sign him, just let the Lakers go ahead and sign him. Clearly, there's not enough gas there in the tank of Dwight Howard, but I do feel like Dwight Howard could be a serviceable player, particularly on the 5 spot. That would keep Anthony Davis. It'll keep him happy. He really doesn't want to play the 5. But Dwight Howard, is injury prone, okay? And you're signing him to a team that's already old, okay? You got LeBron James that is old. You got JaVale McGee, he's getting up there. You got Rondo, he's getting up there in age. So you have, and now you got Dwight Howard now and Dudley. So now you got all these veteran players that, as far as experience goes, the Lakers have it. But as far as the other components, such as athleticism, I don't think they're the most athletic team in the NBA. I don't think they're the most they're not the team that can shoot mid-range and beyond that. I don't think that they're that team either. Even though Dudley is going to help a lot you know, in the mid-range game. Anthony Davis is going to is going to do that as well, and LeBron and Rondo and others. But is it going to be consistent? And are they going to be consistent health-wise, where day in, day out, night in, night out? There's 82 games in a series, in a season, and I feel like the Lakers got rid of the inexperience with all those young players, but now they're in a totally different problem with, now they got the experience, but these players that they sign as far as health concerns are questionable. Okay, so that's all I got for today. Hope you guys loved it. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Dom One, and I am out. Deuces.